Welcome to Biotechnology, Paper 2 Biochemistry, Session 22. This is a continued lecture of Session 22 on lipids. So, this is the fifth uh, presentation on lipids. So, in this topic, in this session, we'll be discussing about the steroids. Steroids are classified as lipids because they are soluble in non-polar solvents, but they are non-saponifiable because the components are not held together by ester linkages. The basic steroid structure contains four fused rings. So this is a general or a basic structure of a steroid, which has four rings. So this is the basic steroid ring system. So they have steroid nucleus, four fused rings, hydroxyl group, and a polar head in the A ring. We can see a polar head in the A ring. So this is the A ring, and this is the B ring, and this is the C ring, and this is the D ring. So in the A ring, we can see here a polar head. It has various non-polar side chains. So these are the non-polar side chains. The steroid nucleus is almost planar structure. It is a planar structure. And example we have taken here, cholesterol, which is a most popular uh, steroid or a sterol. In this chemical structure of cholesterol, the rings are labeled A to D to simplify reference to derivatives of the steroid nucleus. The carbon atoms are numbered in blue. Uh, the C3 hydroxyl group shaded blue in the polar head group for storage and transport of the sterol. This hydroxyl group condenses with a fatty acid to form a sterol. So this is the general structure of a this is the structure of a steroid, or sorry, it is the structure of a cholesterol, and it is being numbered here 1 2 3 4 5, and then 6 7 8 9 and 10 11 12, and then we have 13 14, and then 15 16 17 18, and then we have here 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 and 27. So you have to practice this structure. If a question is being asked, you should be in a position to write the structure of a steroid. Cholesterol is the most abundant steroid in the body. It is an essential component of cell membranes and is a precursor for other steroids such as the bile salts, sex hormones, vitamin D, and the adrenocorticoid hormones. There is apparent correlation between high levels of cholesterol in the blood and atherosclerosis, so which is nothing but the hardening of the so what we have, the hardening of the heart tissue, we call it as atherosclerosis. So even this structure can be written. This is quite easy to write on practice. So adrenocorticoid hormones. Hormones are chemically released by cells or glands in one part of the body that sends out messages that affect cells in other parts of the body. Many hormones are based on steroids. So many hormones are obtained from cholesterol. The adrenocorticoid hormones are produced in the adrenal gland, so which is situated on top of the kidney, so this is your adrenal gland, right? uh, Cortisol and its derivatives, cortisone and prednisolone, are powerful anti-inflammatory drugs used to treat arthritis, and they are used to treat asthma. So these are the representative structures of cortisol, cortisone, and prednisolone. So these are the steroids that are being uh, synthesized in our body and are very having good anti-inflammatory uh, potential. Sex hormones. Sex hormones produced in the testes and ovaries and regulate the production of sperm and eggs and help in the development of secondary sexual characters. Majority of the hormones, sex hormones, see if we compare this with the general structure of the cholesterol are of the steroid nucleus. So all are having A, B, C and D. They are having 4 rings, and they are all obtained from this steroids, cholesterol. So this is testosterone, and we also have a methanandrostenolone, which is a growth promoting hormone, and we have estradiol, we have estrone, and we also have progesterone. All these are produced by cholesterol. Prostaglandins, again this is very important in inflammation. Prostaglandins are cyclic compounds synthesized from arachidonic acid. Like hormones, they are involved in a host of body processes, including reproduction, blood clotting and inflammation. This is very important. Prostaglandins have a very important role in inflammation and fever. Aspirin works by inhibiting prostaglandin production, elevating inflammation and fever. So this is the structure of a typical prostaglandin. So we have PGE. PGE is the general abbreviation used for prostaglandin. Icosanoids, PGE2, PGF. Arachidonic acid derivatives as signaling lipids. Enzymatic oxidation of arachidonic acid yields prostaglandin, thromboxanes and leukotrienes, and all these three products they have different biological impact on our body. So prostaglandins are mainly involved in inflammation and fever. Thromboxanes, they have a role in the formation of blood clots. Leukotrienes smooth muscle contraction in the lungs. So leukotrienes are given in asthmatic conditions, right? So prostaglandin E1, PGE1, thromboxane A2, leukotriene A4. They are all the derivatives of arachidonic acid. So there is a pathway called as arachidonic acid pathway. There we can, if we are discussing about inflammation, all these pathways comes into picture. So polyketides, again this is new, are biologically active lipids with medicinal uses. They are called as polyketides. Majority of our antibiotics like erythromycin, amphotericin B, lovastatin or statin, so all these are polyketides. So thank you. Hope this presentation was useful and you learned something new from this. Please like my channel and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thank you one and all.